Hey guys, Joe here. And yes, I do realize that I rubber banded my GoPro to my camera stand. You say that like you've never done that. Kind of weird if you ask me. So, it's a Sunday video. Sunday means pickups. Pickups mean video games and systems. And we're going to show off a few things. This is a Samsung Chromebook. Why do I have a Samsung Chromebook? Well, technically I don't. So I went to a little thrift store consignment shop, one of those ones where the owner sells the same kind of stuff that I'm looking for. So what he does is he goes in early, buys everything from everybody else, and then puts it up and marks it up and charges too much. So I never buy anything from the guy that has to do with video games. However, he had this. This is a Samsung Chromebook. This is an older one. This is a 303 model. This came out, I believe, quite a while ago. October of 2014 for this particular one, so about 2.5 years old. It was $250 when they came out. Now, when Chromebooks first came out, they seemed like the bee's knees. And they're good for schools, anywhere where you have a very stable Wi-Fi and you want your students to only be able to use it there. That makes sense. For the rest of the world, we tend to use laptops, desktops, portable phones, things like that, in order to do all of our networking. He sold this to me for $30. He did that because this was in the backseat of his car, it had a user account locked onto it, and he wanted to get rid of it. Now, if you have any familiarity with a Chromebook, you know that you can do what's called a power wash. Basically, it's like wiping an Android phone, because it's a very simple operating system. All you do is you let it log on to your user account that you want to get rid of, and you can get rid of them all this way. And just hit Control, Shift, Alt, and R. Hold those until a reset menu comes up, and it will ask you if you want to power wash it. At that point, click Yes, and it will delete everything off. It's only a 16 gigabyte hard drive on here, 7 of which are dedicated to the operating system. So you wind up with like 9 gigs of available storage space. So that's the other reason I don't care for these. I sold it on eBay for $56 plus shipping. So I made $26 in an afternoon on something I didn't even care to buy. That's pretty good turnaround. After that, I decided to check out Craigslist, and I did talk to a guy, and I'd been talking to him for about a week and a half about picking this up. It's a Jungle Green Nintendo 64 with the expansion pack. But unfortunately, it does not have the cover here. And if you look close, the case is actually cracked. Kind of annoying. However, once it's cleaned up, will be a play system that I'm going to use. And I think I have a cover just laying around. And it did come with a matching controller, so that was good. Have any of you played this on PSP? Can you tell me if it's any good? I don't even know how you would play that there. I think it would just probably be something like hitting button combos. Yeah, actually I can see the buttons right there. I don't know. That might even make it easier to play. We'll see. It does have ABC by the Jackson 5, so pick that up if you can get it for $1. So I went to a flea market in Gaithersburg, Maryland. If you know my area, you know that's an hour and 7 minutes from Front Royal. Because, as I've said in a few different videos, everything in the state of Virginia is at least an hour away from anything else. Very early this morning, I texted the gentleman who put the ad on Craigslist. He's one of the bigger video game vendors at that flea market. And I asked him, hey, if I bundle stuff, would you please give me a better price? And he said yes. So it's always good to hear. I went there, and to be quite honest with you, I was expecting him not to, but he did all right. He had a couple of games that he wanted too much money on. He had a boxed Majora's Mask with the lenticular cover, but he wanted $80. It sells on eBay for $60. He also had a complete copy of Gunstar Heroes on the Genesis, and again, he was asking $80. But I did go through his games, and man, did this guy have a lot of games. I inadvertently, I'm sure you just saw the colors I'm doing this, bought another 4 swords. So now I have 2 of those. Technically I have 1 because I just sold one on eBay. I got a copy of Phantom Hourglass on the DS. Super Mario World and Super Mario Advance 2. I hate that name. It's very hard to say. And then Mario Kart Super Circuit for the Game Boy Advance. An NES game, and it's not, unfortunately, number 2, but it's still Chippendales on Nintendo, and it had the manual with it. I wish it had the box, but it doesn't, but that's okay. Got that. A player's choice copy of Pokemon Colosseum with no manual, but it is a playable copy. Now, moving on to this. Can you tell what those are? I bet you can. It's basically all the Game Boy based copies of the Pokemon games except for that one. That one's just Zelda A Link's Awakening. But you got Crystal, Gold, Blue with the torn label, Faded label Red, Good label Red, Special Edition Yellow, Silver, and the trading card game. Now, I'm pretty sure that is all of them. I've never been that big a Pokemon guy, so if it isn't, please let me know in the comments. And then the last thing he had, a 1981 Nintendo Game & Watch. This is Octopus. And it didn't work when I bought it. He promised me it would, and I took him at his word, so I went and got a couple of batteries. And yeah, it actually does. I had to adjust the pins in the back because the batteries that were in there were actually the wrong size and they were too tall. So I got the correct batteries in it. And now she works good. What did I pay for all of that? All of these games, all of it, was $120. It is a bit of an outlay, but not when you consider what everything is going to be worth. And in fact, I made a list of what I sold today on eBay, okay? And I got a return of investment. I made a 77.5% profit off of what I sold on eBay. I paid $140 for everything. I got $249 for everything, which means I made a profit of $108.82 on everything. That's 77.5% profit margin. That is incredible on stuff like this. So I paid 140, I made 110. That's pretty good profit. And that's profit that I can reinvest and just keep reinvesting. To kind of put this into perspective also, I do this in an area where the average Craigslist update is maybe 10 to 15 ads per day. If I was back in Minnesota where I used to live, I could be going ape crap with all this. So, anyways, if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below if you would. And if you could do me a giant favor, and not everybody does this for me, but I like to ask. If you see at the bottom of the screen, you'll see something kind of like that. It's red with whitish looking stuff, but it actually spells a word. I believe it's subscribe. Skubskrududubu. Anyways, if you click on it, it will change color and kind of go gray or black, kind of like that. So, why don't you do me a favor and do that? And I'll talk to you later. Thumbs high! Hey guys, I threw my back out. Yeah, how stupid is that? Apparently I spent so much time in the car yesterday going from one place to the other to another place trying to get some stuff that my back kind of locked up, and then I ignored it, didn't take anything for it, and now I am paying the piper, as it would be. So take care of your body, people. Moving on.